Well, a big-time gutty win for us, for our group. Really proud of our guys. This has been an incredibly busy week with Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. And to be at our best during the last two, really proud of our guys for that. We did not play a good first half. All the things that we talked about that we did at Florida State, playing with force, being selfless, making the extra pass or the play that's in front of you, I didn't think we did a good job of that. And I think it hurt us on both ends, offensively and defensively. And so at halftime, that's all we talked about, was just playing with force, playing together, making the play that's in front of you. And if we do that, we'll win the game. And our guys did a heck of a job of that. Some really good individual performances. John, not just the scoring, but more importantly, the 6 assists with 3 turnovers and being 13 of 15 at the line and making 2 huge ones down the stretch. I thought Ithiel made some big-time plays against the pressure to take it coast to coast and go in and lay it up and then to make big free throws. JB made some big plays. I thought Will got some big-time rebounds for us. And then the way we executed the fouling down the stretch, really, really pleased with that. So good win for us. Have a day off tomorrow, thank goodness. But we can hopefully catch our breath a little bit and get away from basketball and get back together on Monday.
Jeff, you were talking about John there. How, as a coach, do you know, especially with a younger player like that, how do you, I guess, approach him or talk him through some of those struggles that he was having in previous games?
Well, you teach. That's the thing. Like, you teach. All of this time of year is new for John. And he didn't get past December last year. And so January, especially late January and February, are always difficult times, especially for freshmen. And that's basically what he is. You normally hit a wall. You've never gone through the intensity of practice or games, how the games come at you. With him, even more, with how physical teams are with him, the different looks that he's getting and trying to figure these things out. And so you talk to him, you watch a lot of tape with him, you work with him in practice, you show him the things that are open. And then, you hope that he's able to figure it out. You hope that he's receptive and doesn't get too down on himself and things like that, which he's been. He's been receptive. He's been down on himself, but trying to help him get out of it. But he did a really good job this afternoon.
Ithiel and John talked about how the chemistry has been good all season. How have they been able to maintain that chemistry this season?
Well, it's been interesting because it's been such a disjointed year for us with the injuries and the suspension and, who's playing this night and things like that. It's been a pretty good group with that, though. We've had moments where, and you can see it in games, where it doesn't seem like, we're as together as we need to be and things like that. But for the most part, I just think they enjoy being around each other. It doesn't seem like there's any jealousy or anyone's not happy if someone plays well. So that's been refreshing.
How did John take practices leading into this game? I know you guys had like a long stretch of a lot of game plays, so it was tough to get refocused. But how did you see this coming?
Well, I thought he was different at Virginia Tech when we got together on Tuesday, and just basically all we did was walk through. I thought he was better then. And he's been better since then. Like, since that game, how he was on Tuesday in our walkthrough and our shoot-around on Wednesday, I thought he played well against Florida State. Again, after the game, Coach Ham talked about their thing was to take him out the game. But I thought he impacted the game in a lot of different ways. And then past couple of days, he's been good. The biggest thing with him is just the discipline to do it every day. That's the biggest thing, one of the biggest learning curves with him.
Yeah, Jeff, the final, I guess, 4 or 5 minutes there were some mistakes. There was one turnover with John Femi. There was John's pass out to Ithiel.
That I called.
Nice catch.
How do you, I guess, kind of process those? Where those are obviously things that you want your team to avoid, but where mentally your team's able to not have them bogged down.
Yeah, we have to be better in those situations. Like, we have to. get a good defensive play. And this is where, becoming more mature and understanding. Like, there's so many ways in our game that you can lose. And so we get a great stop and we come up with the basketball, but we want to talk trash to their bench or one of their guys, and they come up and take it from us. And they get the ball, even though we've talked about in scouting, when teams scout us, we have to be stronger when we rebound. That's one of the things that's in the scouting report. You can come up from behind and take the basketball from them. We have to understand that in those situations. To play with John, we have 2 timeouts, to be able in that situation. And that one, I could help him a little bit more. I should have been in the official's ear and called the timeout in that situation. We talked about no threes, no fouls. We can't go for a fake from Helms and back up. Like, if he dribbles it and drives it and we make him take a contested shoot, 2, that's good for us. Instead, we took the bait and he's able to get in rhythm and make a 3. We make a free throw, and instead of getting back, we try to sneak up, and steal the ball in the back court. Now they have numbers and they get a 3. Like, those are the things that we have to be better at those situations.
Does it say something to you at all that you're able to kind of overcome those? Or, how has this team, performed better in close? This is your second straight win. Both of them have been by 5 or 3. Like, do you think your team's gotten better in these kind of close games over the course?
I think we've won. I think we've been able to make plays. We made big-time free throws. This afternoon, we were able to attack the pressure and get to the basket and make a layup. We were able to do that. I'd like to think that we're getting better, but we can't continue to make those mistakes like that.
Jeff, you talked after Florida State about how Finley did a better job controlling the possessions, even though he only scored 3 points. How did you feel about his performance today with 4 points, but 9 rebounds, was getting involved in the blocks, and seemed like he was helping a lot of different ways too?
Yeah, I think he had a solid game. He did some good things. There's some things that he can do, like all of us, to improve on. But I thought he did some good things today.
You guys,
Sorry.
I was gonna say, you guys have needed Mo a lot of times in big moments, and he fouled out with a lot of time on the clock. What was the energy, or what did you see from your guys responding to losing such an important player?
I think guys stepped up. Will stepped up and made some big plays for us. 5 rebounds. Did a really good job defensively. And other guys stepped up. Mo's very important to us. We'd rather have him in the game, but if he's out, we've learned how to adjust and to do some different things.
Heading into this game, Jeff, what was the plan defensively against Sebron and Smith?
One of the biggest things we wanted to do was to make them a half-court team, so to really get back in transition. I think Sebron is dynamic in transition. Not good. I think he's dynamic. And so we really wanted to do that, to try to shrink the court in transition, try to take away some of their threes. And with Smith, we just wanted to make him a contested shooter. That was the biggest thing. We wanted to be there. We wanted to, really be there in the ball screens, to try to be a little bit physical with him, but to really try to make him take tough contested shots. We know he can get hot and make those shots, but we also know that, he cannot. Like last game against Wake Forest, he didn't make those shots. And so fortunately for us, he didn't make a lot of shots tonight.
I don't know how much this is something that people like us kind of fixate on, but having 2 straight wins here, having some sense of momentum, what significance, if any, does that have for you guys?
It's 2 wins. It's great. It's 2 wins in a row in conference. We haven't won 2 in a row in a while. So it's good. But we have to get back to the drawing board and get better. It doesn't get easier in this league. We're getting ready to go on the road on Wednesday. And so, again, it's good. We're happy about it, but we're going to really enjoy this day off the rest of the day today and tomorrow, and we'll get back on Monday and we'll get to work.
Will you celebrate your birthday watching North Carolina video tonight?
No. No, absolutely not. I will not watch any basketball once I leave right here. Thank you.
Thank you.
You got a double this game. It seemed like you kind of found back your form. What did you kind of take in that break from you guys having all those games back to back to kind of refocus in your game?
Well, I just had to stay more disciplined and listen to what Coach was telling me, and just staying consistent. I was in the slump, but that's from teams, watching film and executing great defense. So I'm just happy I'm back to help out my brothers.
What was Coach telling you?
I'm getting doubled, you feel me? Even though it's frustrating, just keep playing. Don't give up.
Guys, this is back-to-back wins and what were close games. What do you think over the course of the season has been the difference for you guys in those games? Like, Do things feel different at all in those final minutes? Does it feel like this team's more mature and more capable of dealing with those situations?
Yeah, I think we're just kind of accepting our identity and who we are, how we play, and I think that's really sinking in, with everybody on the team, and plus we getting good chemistry. I think everybody's getting good chemistry and knowing people's strengths and weaknesses, and like I said, accepting our identity. So.
Where did that chemistry come from? I mean, you guys had some problems this year getting things together. How you get the chemistry together now?
Just playing, keep playing. It's the only way you're gonna get chemistry. I mean, if you don't have any chemistry, what you gonna do? Stop playing? You gotta keep practicing, keep playing, keep getting better.
The last game you went off from beyond the arc. This game you got 17 without hitting too many of those shots. What does that say about your game? You're finding different ways to score for your team.
Yeah, I think it's saying that. I think I'm doubting myself. I think I kind of put myself in a little bit of a box. I'm not just a three-point shooter. I kind of knew I wouldn't really have it going from 3 today because got back from Florida State at like 3:30 a.m. and my body just hasn't really been adjusted yet. But I just told myself to keep fighting and just find ways to help my team win, bro.
Guys, this obviously a lot of these games predate your all's time here, but I mean, how much does this snap to 12-game losing streak against NC State for you guys as players? Like, how much, if at all, does that weigh on you guys, or how much do you think about when you get into the final minutes of that game?
That's not even the thought on our mind. The thought is, just keep fighting this out. Let's just get this one. Forget the 12 previous one. We just gotta fight to get this one, and that's what we did.
John, you had 6 assists in this game. What went into that work to try to help see more out of the double teams, find the open man? What kind of things did you guys work on to make sure you were finding those open guys?
Nothing really. Just got to make better passes. Having a lot of turnovers, and that's very unacceptable. So I just have to make appropriate passes. Not making dumb passes, just seeing the open man and just taking my time.
Ithiel, you've seen Femi. You saw Femi last year. You've been playing with him. What have you seen his growth, even when he's not scoring the things that he's able to contribute as a fellow backcourt guy?
Just keeping his head in the game. I mean, he's a point guard, you know what I'm saying? So just, I know he wants to score the ball. Everybody wants to score the ball. But, whenever he doesn't have it going, he's just constantly encouraging and always keeping his head up. I think last year he got down on himself a lot. He was young. He was a freshman coming in. But I think he's really matured and grown as a leader on our team. I mean that. I really mean that.
John, I guess from a turnover standpoint, what do you think you can take away from a game like this and use moving forward as far as, okay, I did this and it worked out and I didn't turn it over nearly as much? Was there anything that happened today that you think is transferable?
No, just keep playing with this pace I'm playing with, just keep making smart passes, not rushing anything, not making sloppy passes, just keep staying solid.
This is, I think, I must say, I guess probably that 4th or 5th game back with Ithiel now. How much does having a shooter out there like that help you down low? Like, do you notice teams can't crash in on you as much?
Yeah, it helps a lot, just it opens up the court more. If teams want to double, I just kick it out to him. Or then if I'm getting front and help side, I'll say, man, just skip IT corner, it all works out perfectly having him back.
Thank you. If you're 39 minutes tonight, how tough was it to get back your conditioning after missing most of the season?
Yeah, it was real tough. Like I said, my body's kind of really still adjusting to that. And then the flight, the little overlay. And I don't know, I just been kind of just mentally pushing through it, I got to get back. I'm going to be playing these minutes, so whether I like them or not, I got to get back, so.
You guys, in the last minute or so, every time you guys did what you were supposed to do, you broke the trap, got the shot, or hit the free throws, NC State was right back on you guys. But each time you guys responded by not giving them the turnover, and then on the last possession, boxing out the rebound. What does that say for you guys as a team to be able to continue to answer in those moments?
I think it says that we're getting more poised as a team. I think our discipline is growing, trusting each other, and just not panicking. Like I said, our discipline and our maturity is getting a lot better.
Ithiel, over those 2 months, I think you were able to use the team's facility. How did you approach conditioning when you weren't able to be with the team and practice and train with them?
I actually didn't do any conditioning up here at the gym. I just came up here and shot and worked on my skills. But I did a lot of conditioning when I had a lot of time back home. Did a lot of conditioning, like running 17s, running 8.5s. Yeah.
Ithiel, we've seen your three-point shot obviously over the past few years, but we saw you go for that slam on the fast break. What parts of your game do you think we're yet to see from you so far?
I don't know. I guess you got to see. I don't know. Got to see.
What was going through your mind on that dunk?
I gotta dunk it because I knew that he was an athlete, and I knew that we watched. There was a clip in our scout that we were doing where he came and drove left and dunked it left like this, and it was crazy. And so once Femi passed the ball to me, and I saw him tracking my steps, and I was tracking his steps, and I was like, I gotta just throw it home. I don't know what happened at the end, but yeah.
Guys, what at this juncture of the season, from what y'all have seen over the course of these couple months and with the way y'all are playing now, what kind of gives y'all hope that, you know, better days are ahead for this team and for this program?
I don't think it's hope, you know. I don't believe in hope. I think it's better days are to come, though. You know, just got to keep fighting, you know, just keep playing together, keep playing as a team, you know, just keep playing as a family, believing in each other, and, you know, that's not hope, and that's just heart. So I just keep having heart, and, you know, we just go do what we need to do.
Jeff's told us after several of you guys' wins, you guys needed to stack wins, and this is your first time getting back-to-back ACC wins since I think the Duke win of last year. You know, what's been the vibe leading into this game to capitalize on that opportunity and building forward?
Like I said, we don't even think about that. We just trying to come play, trying to win. Everything else, you know, we don't think about.